Oh shit. Greenberg. Greenberg. Guess I asked something a little later. I was just thinking I didn't even research the name Greenberg. Of course, Greenberg is a common Eastern European Jewish name, much like Goldberg. Any last name that has a Berg in it, they're automatically an Eastern European Jew, which is a false Jew. Yeah, peace to you, King Hebrew. Good to see you in here, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna be talking about Hank Greenberg. Yeah, cause truth be told, before Hank Aaron, Hank Aaron's nickname was also Hammer and Hank too. Hank Greenberg was the first baseball player with the nickname Hammer and Hank. Yeah, I'm doing good, brother. Yeah, yeah. So I just thought that was interesting. But also another nickname that Hank Greenberg has. Greenberg is Jewish, by the way. So yeah, his family, his parents are from Romania, and they met in America, and they ended up getting married, and I'm not sure if they got married in New York City or not, but Hank Greenberg was born in New York City on January 1st, 1911, in which New York has a gematria of 111, which his birthday can be written as 111. You know what I'm saying? In the regular date. Thanks to all those who hit the like button. Yeah. And another nickname that Hank Greenberg has is get this, the Hebrew Hammer. Now you know good as well these false Jews are also as well false Hebrews, because we are the original Hebrews and we are the original Jews. So yeah, good to see you in here, Randy. Yeah, it's been a while since I last done a live stream, so you ain't really missed too much of anything, man. I ain't really been streaming as much. I've been streaming on other platforms. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. So yeah, so I thought that was very interesting. And being that these false Jews are the synagogue of Satan, and how they have scripted Hank Greenberg's life and baseball career is nothing short of amazing. Oh man, the Hebrew Hammer. That is an interesting. I've never seen a nickname like that before. But he's a false Jew, so he wouldn't count. He wouldn't be a real Hebrew Hammer anyway, unless you're a Freemason. You know what I'm saying? And probably 9 times out of 10, I didn't see anything in his bio, but Hank Greenberg may very well be a Freemason, in which the word hammer has a gematria of 58, and also the name Freemasonry has a gematria of 58. Freemasonry also has a gematria of 58, in which Hammer and Hank Greenberg hit 58 home runs in 1938, in which he was too shy of tying Babe Ruth's home run record for a single season. And it's kind of interesting that he stopped at 58. He was that close to tying his record or beating his record, Babe Ruth's record. That's interesting right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you subtract 1974 and 1938, That's 36 years. This was 36 years before Hammer and Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's all-time home run record. Now, of course, I think there was a baseball player named Josh Gibson. I don't know if his name was Josh Gibson. One of the Negro League players had more home runs than Babe Ruth. So we're just talking about from the cracker perspective. You know what I'm saying? This is in which they consider Babe Ruth as their all-time home run hitter. This was long before, of course, this was before, Hank Aaron broke it, and then Barry Bonds broke that record long after Hammer and Hank. Well, just like, when did Barry Bonds? I'm gonna have to look it up. Find out when Barry Bonds broke Babe Ruth's and Hank Aaron's home run record. He broke both of their records. So Barry Bonds is actually the all-time home run hitter. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Randy. Yup, exactly. The Negro League players were better. They knew that too. They knew that, which is why they had to break down the so-called color barrier in baseball using Jackie Robinson. Using Jackie Robinson to be the first black man to play in the major leagues. Well, I wouldn't say that, but he was the one who broke the color barrier. But there was a black man he did play in the major leagues back in 1884 by the name of Moses Walker. He only played 42 games that season. You know what I'm saying? So that was the actual first black man to play Major League Baseball. He just didn't play the whole season. So in a way, according to white people, that doesn't really count as a whole season. That's like a partial season. You know what I'm saying? Because Hank Greenberg, when he first came into the league, he came in for a few games. He played a few games in the year 1930, in which he was 19 years old. I think he was one of the youngest baseball players at that time to play in the major leagues. 19 is a very interesting number too. Very interesting age. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother theory with that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the date September 10th as a numerology of 19. You know what I'm saying? 9/10. Oh, Ozzie Smith. Okay. Yeah, I remember Ozzie Smith. Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, man, that is crazy. I hear that. Yeah, Ozzie Smith was great, too. Yeah, used to play with the St. Louis Cardinals. I remember seeing him play. Yes, sir. I think he had a nickname called the Wizard of Oz. Because he did his thing as a shortstop, though. He held it down as a shortstop. He was more known for his fielding as shortstop than he was as an offensive player. But he was great nevertheless. Ozzie Smith. Yeah. Yup. It's kind of interesting how how baseball is such a Freemasonic sport. There's a lot of masonry within the sport of baseball. And actually there's a guy named his name Zachary Hubbard. I don't know. That was somebody else who actually did a video on how baseball is a Freemasonic sport, on how baseball went from 154 games in a season to 162 games in a season. You know what I'm saying? Because if you was to type out on the Dramatrinator MLB, which is short for the acronym for Major League Baseball, No, it's not that. Yeah, I'll have to check on that too. I don't know if it's Major League Baseball or something like that. It might be Major League Baseball. You know what I'm saying? Probably has a gematria of 154. It's somewhere around there. But yeah, I have to check on that. I'll have to check on that again later. But yeah. Yeah, so 47. Yeah. Hank Greenberg, he played from 1933 to 1947. Now, in 1934, his second season in the major leagues, in which Hebrew has a gematria of 34, Hank Greenberg announced that he would not play or Rosh Hashanah or Yom Kippur. And after having a discussion with his rabbi, he chose to play on Rosh Hashanah, but not on Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur in 1934 was on the date September 19th. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so he decided to play on Rosh Hashanah, which was on September 10th at the time, 9/10, as opposed but not on Yom Kippur, which is that's pretty interesting too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, probably if I was to, but I'll have to do more research on that. See what the numbers is on that. There might be some numerology with that too. You know what I'm saying? Which is interesting. And in 1935, and I'm sure some of y'all probably may have heard of this. 1935, you know, the major league, Hank Greenberg wasn't allowed to play in the All-Star game because he was Jewish. In 1935, in which he had real good numbers that year. He probably had the best numbers out of any player that year, but he wasn't allowed to play in the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? In which he had 46 doubles that season, in which Hebrew Hammer has a gematria of 46. And I think I'm going to say, and also he played most of his career with the Detroit Tigers, in which Detroit has a gematria of 98, in which Hank Greenberg had 98 extra base hits, and also in 1935, which is that in which that's significant as well. All right, in 1938. Hank Greenberg hit 58 home runs, in which Hammer has a gematria of 58 and Freemasonry has a gematria of 58. Oh, and I also forgot that the word masonry has a gematria of 33, in which Hank Greenberg's first season, major league season, was in 1933, in which New York has a gematria of 33. So Hank Greenberg in New York has two big connections, 111 and 33, which is something I find very interesting. So, and he retired in 1947. Check this out now. 47 is the angles on the Masonic compass with the G on it. Also, Foundation has a gematria of 47. And the fact that Hank Greenberg retired is kind of synonymous with Israel being a nation state in 1947, in which they had to eliminate the Palestinian nation state. Eliminate the nation of Palestine, to move all the Palestinians out and bring in the Khazarian or false Jews, move all the Khazarian false Jews into Israel, in which they have been staying since 1947. And of course, 1948, Israel officially became a nation state. So that was the whole process with that. You see, it's kind of funny how retirement of a major league player is synonymous with world events. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so that's pretty much it with that. So I think I hit all the bases, um and Hank Greenberg, he lived until he was 75 years old. He died on September 4th, 1986, which is 119 days before his 76th birthday. 119, which is the reverse of 9/11. So also find that interesting as well. And he died like a year or maybe like a month and change before the stock market crash in October 1987, which probably could easily be another 111. Yeah, it's just something how all that ties in together. But yeah. So I'm just like, yeah. It's interesting how that is. You know what I'm saying? How how even some of these great baseball players uh are lives are scripted, which tells us that we are living in a real life Truman Show. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know what the Truman Show is, there's a movie called The Truman Show starring Jim Carrey. You know, it came out about 21, 22 years ago, I believe. Yeah, I can't believe it's been that long since that movie came out. But that movie tells you how everything is scripted, how people's lives are scripted. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're a celebrity or not, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's life is pretty much scripted. So, yeah. And before I go, there's a matter of fact, when I was doing a little research, I happened to hit the word Hebrew Hammer. Comes to find out there's a movie called The Hebrew Hammer. Shall I believe it? And it was something about the Israeli Defense Forces, and you're gonna see in that movie. They said it was when I was reading what the movie was about. I was like, oh wow. So you know, it's just something how everything just comes together. You know what I'm saying? That was by accident that I found that out. I didn't even know there was a movie. That's crazy. And the main character in the movie, his name name was Mordecai Carver. That's not the guy's real name though, but the character in the movie's name is Mordecai Carver. Mordecai is also a Jewish name. You know, so yeah. Yeah, that's all I want to say on this video. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and excuse me, I'll go ahead and watch Vicky Dilla's video. Yeah. Right. Oh, absolutely, Randy. The secret society is definitely real. I forgot to even log on to see what y'all was saying, man. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, you the cousin of Nico Smith. Okay. I hear that. That's awesome, man. But anyway, y'all be easy, and I'm gonna hit y'all up on the next video, all right? Peace.